Welcome aboard the channel, folks. You saw the title. I don't know this artist, though. I don't know the song. Becky Butler, The Barber's Fiddle. With a title like that, I kind of had to do it. And it was requested by HD Spangler. So HD, shout out to you. Thank you for this request or suggestion. And let's see what Becky has for us. Brand new to the channel. Maybe Jeff Catherine knows her. He knows everybody. Love it.
Mr. Jean's Barber Shop, State Street, the Virginia side. I walked in hand with Pop, 5 years old and terrified. Mr. Jean smiled at me, helped me up into the chair. In the mirror I could see an old red fiddle hanging there.
Caught my gaze, said that's a tale I'd like to tell of a young man who came in one day with a fiddle and a dream to sell.
He tried to live out on the road, thought music was where he belonged. Well, it broke his heart and it broke his soul.
Yeah.
Made him sing a different song. Fiddle up high, fiddle down low, fiddle most everywhere I go. I'd fiddle until my dying day, if I can make a life on a fiddler's pay.
Yeah.
He sat in this very chair, scared of what his folks would say. His hope was gone, his pockets bare. They warned him it would end this way.
They always warn you. Somebody always warns you. And they also warned the people who went on to become super successful too. So you follow your dream. If it doesn't work, you go do something else. I stopped it because remember, the first time you had to go get your hair cut, you didn't know what to expect. It's just scary. Like, we look at it as adults and we're like, there's nothing scary about it. But when you haven't done something the first time and there's a person you don't know and they're putting this on you, you can't see them, they're going like this. Like, for a kid, it's really simple. It can be scary.
He returned to start anew, no money for a shave and trim. He asked, would this fiddle do? Said it wasn't any use to him. Fiddle up high, fiddle down low, fiddle most everywhere I go. I'd fiddle until my dying day, if I can make a life on a fiddler's pay.
Love it.
Mr. Jean swept the floor, spun me around and said, you're done. I begged him to tell me more. What happened to the wayward son?
Turns out it was Mr. Jean hung his fiddle up that day. Now I'm living out his dream.
Oh, nice.
He taught me how to play.
There it goes.
High, fiddle down low, fiddle most everywhere I go. Gonna fiddle until my dying day, if I can make a life on a fiddler's pay. Fiddle up high, fiddle down low, fiddle most everywhere I go. I'm gonna fiddle until my dying day, if I can make a life on a fiddler's pay. Living my life
was using it. I thought there was going to be something going on in there. There was more to that story about the fiddle. It wasn't just about a guy giving it to the barber for payment because he couldn't use it anymore. There was going to be more to that story. And it's funny because sometimes you can predict it. Sometimes it's, there's a linear progression and the theme has been played before in other songs and such. And that's not to denigrate the theme. Sometimes those themes are just fun to hear in other contexts. But this was one I wasn't quite sure where this was going to go. Was a little boy in the chair going to become the fiddle player? How was this going to play out? But it turned out Mom wound up getting the fiddle, which kind of makes sense because she was playing it to start with. But I didn't know that. Neither did you. Well, maybe you did. But it just goes to show how much talent's out there and how much just love of music there is, because so many musicians don't fulfill their dream of being able to make enough money to do it for a living. And you don't have to be making oodles and oodles. I mean, you could just make enough. You could just, if you could consistently sell out 500-seat auditoriums, you don't have to do Madison Square Garden or wherever and sell millions of copies and such. You just have to make it good enough. But there's so many talented musicians out there. The challenge is getting the right band, the right songs, the right producer to make the songs listenable or give them enough value to others that they want to buy them or come see your show. Now, she seemed to be enjoying this a lot. She just seems to be, at least in here, you don't know what to make of somebody initially. You see them for the first 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. You don't know where they're going to go. You don't know how they're going to relate as an artist. And she just seems to have like a friendly feel to her. But there's a friendly intensity because you can't play the fiddle or the violin well without having a certain discipline and intensity to you. And the bluegrass, the pictures, the shots that they put in the barber shop, just, of the first few dollar bills that came in to the barber and how he got his start in the business. I thought it was originally going to be about the barber having to give up his career as a fiddler and hadn't become a barber to make a living. But it was about someone else who tried it, gave it to him, and he had it, and he gave it to her. And how cool is that? And then you wonder if the son at the end, who's walking away with the haircut and the Superman shirt, was going to become a fiddler himself. Kind of looks that way because everybody in that collage was a fiddler. So, all right, I'm going to rate this HD Spangler. I don't know if you know Becky, but that was just delightful. How else do you say it? There's a lot of thought put into it. It wasn't just the song. It was the video that added to it. Sometimes videos detract from a song. This one, I would say, was almost necessary to communicate, and not absolutely, but gosh, the number that popped into my head was a 9.1. And the word delightful just went along with it. So there it is, 9.1, delightful. So HD Spangler, thank you for that suggestion. And Becky, should you see this, feel free to comment in the comments. Let us know what shows you're doing, where you are. I don't know what state you're in, or whatever. Let us know. Have a great day, folks. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country and bluegrass.